Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get into the action today, and quite a bit of action there is. The markets are taking a beating. S&P down 30 points. Dow is down 263 points. NASDAQ down 62.5 points. Close to 2% on the indexes as the markets are collapsing here as we speak further. All right, markets again gapping lower, and this is all coming on the back of Ben Bernanke's comments yesterday. The market started its sell-off and continued it overnight in the futures. We opened lower today, and the rest is history. The markets have gotten crushed. Now, again, hopefully you were wise enough to know that this was a possibility and were mostly in cash like we were. We have a couple short positions out there, but bottom line is the market is on a tear to the downside here, down $3.25 on the SPY. I do have a master level, which I will reveal in this video. The master level for a bounce intraday. This is an intraday level. Zoom out. See this gap fill right here? This is a big gap. This level is at around 159.75. So 159.75 is your buy level on the markets. Okay? So be ready for that. I will be scalping it with the intraday stock chat if we come directly into that level. All right, a couple other things to go over. Number one, the markets, how low could they go on the daily chart? Well, first you have to notice that we're coming into a very big support area right here. So that 159 and change level is actually a major support on the daily as well, because you have a trend line that connects from this pivot low to this one that goes straight up. So there is going to be some support there. Now, I don't necessarily think it holds for long there, maybe a few days, but ultimately it will head lower following this move to the downside and a bounce possible off the 159-ish and change level. All right, a couple other things to look at. First and foremost, let's take a look at the dollar. Dollar is roaring higher again, although it's off its highs. Daily chart of the dollar is this. If we go to the intraday, you can clearly see the last 2 days, ever since the Federal Reserve announced what they were going to do or gave an inkling on it, the markets have seen the dollar rise dramatically. All right, on the other hand, take a look at rates. Rates are ripping higher today. The 10-year is soaring. This is the TBT. And notice again, this is when the Fed announced yesterday. Look at that massive move up. The 10-year, folks, is nearing the 2.5% level. We're at 2.44. That is insane, folks. That is a 5.5% gain just today alone on that. And again, you're seeing rates now at levels not seen in well over a year. I mean, it is unbelievable. And again, the impact on mortgages is going to be huge. I mean, no more refis, essentially, because you're not going to get that much of a better rate. You're also looking at people that are looking to take out mortgages. At this point, just the increase over the last month or so in rates is going to cost individual borrowers a lot of money per month in additional payments. All right, again, so we're seeing some crazy action here on rates. Gold is getting slaughtered along with silver. Take a look at the GLD today, down $6.50. I mean, we're seeing gold on fair value on its spot price down 6% today, folks. What a breakdown here. And again, notice this was your big trend line right here. And you actually hit it again. Look, 1, 2, 3, break right there. Where's your next level on the GLD? I think the GLD is going to have some good support right in here. It's actually not that far away. And then right down here will be your next pivot. So you're looking at a pivot point starting out around the 122.75 level where you're going to start to hit support. So there's still a little bit more downside here. Maybe a gap down tomorrow. And then you'll look for a bounce off of that once you get there. All right? So we'll continue to kind of follow it and see how it all plays out. But that's right now what I'm seeing on gold. Silver is getting demolished today, guys, down $1.14. I scalped it today a couple times, which was always nice. But nonetheless, in terms of downside, there's definitely more downside to go here on the spot price of silver. Silver has a little bit of support right here, which you're almost at. Not too far away from it. And then once you get through that, you're looking at a level of really all the way down to about $17. So you're right now at 19. The support is at 18.75, and then following that, you're looking at $17 of support right down here on the SLV. It's amazing the fall that these things have had. I mean, think about where silver was back in 2011 at 48 on the SLV. It's now at 19. I mean, that's well over a 50% drop from that level. All right. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Oil taking a nice hit today. I mean, relative to gold and silver, it's not that big of a hit. But what I think is interesting is you're moving back into support here. There's a ton of support. I'm almost tempted to buy some oil because it is so cheap down here. And I'm going to keep a close eye on it because I definitely am thinking about it. Maybe I'll put it out later to my members of the research center and I'll give them the price, stop, target, all that nonsense so they can match up and make sure they trade according to what I am doing. One stock that's come well off the lows that I think is interesting is the JP Morgan Chase. JPM flushed into a master level I gave to my intraday stock chat members today. Take a look at this, guys. I gave this level exactly to them as a long opportunity on JPM. And look at this. Right off of that level to the penny, straight up. Beautiful trade right there for those of them that took that. All right, so that was right away an interesting level. It was a great trade to the long side. Hopefully, members, I know a bunch of members caught it, but hopefully everyone caught it because it was just such a no-brainer level. But the other thing that's interesting is the markets are basically at their lows of the day, making new lows. And look at the price action on JPM. JPM's actually not that far from the highs of the day. So that could be a leading indicator that even if we see a gap down or a closed low today, we could be on the verge of a little bit of a market bounce in the not too distant future. So just keep an eye on that, folks. I definitely think it bears watching in the short term. Goldman Sachs, let's take a look. Goldman is off its lows, but not that much. It's really JPM that is doing the better job here of moving off its lows. Goldman Sachs is off its lows, but it's actually coming down a little harder than the JPM is. All right. Couple other things to look at here. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple's down about $4.50. The interesting thing about Apple is it's below that 420 pivot point, so it's just a little bit below. We'll see how the market ends today. But I'm watching this pivot point with confirmation, and we're going to see exactly where this thing closes over the next couple days to find out whether or not it's near a major breakdown point. All right. Google today. Google pulling back about $13. Nice pullback on that. Look at how close it got to double top. I was waiting to short it at double top. Just didn't quite get there, but that's a great pullback regardless. Amazon is trading down about $4 on the day. Great pullback there. Chevron's getting hammered today. This had a great bearish pattern right here. Started to break down yesterday and is continuing to see some major selling today. Down $1.85 along with Exxon being down $1.25. So listen, bottom line is the markets are under major pressure. Ben Bernanke continues to come out and say the wrong things, and the market doesn't want to hear it. The market's addicted to the drugs. The drugs for this market have been QE, quantitative easing. Ben Bernanke is talking about when to start withdrawing it, and sure enough, people do not want to hear that, folks. All they want to hear is, where's my next fix coming from? And that's why they've been buying. And that's when you know it was a bubble market, when you have these individuals doing that. And by the way, we're getting very, very close to that 159.75.80 level. If it does get there, that is a no-brainer level here on the markets as a long opportunity. I got to get back to trading, folks, because there's a lot of trades out here. I got to make some money here. I love trading. It's my passion. Hopefully you come and join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. If you're a swing trader or an investor, you go to the Research Center. If you're a day trader, you're going to the intraday stock chat. Take care, guys. Have a great afternoon, great evening. I will talk to you all soon.